Hello, I'm Logan Channel. I'm in my backyard at Asheboro, North Carolina. I'm in Troop 527. I'm a certified scuba diver. I highly recommend scuba diving. It's incredibly beautiful, especially in a coral reef. It can be beautiful more than anywhere on land on Earth. And I'm helping spread that beauty across the ocean. And there's just nothing that beats the feel of breathing underwater. It's truly unique. I can't even describe it. So I'm going to introduce you to some of the equipment that we use in scuba diving. Without further ado, let's go. First things first, the air tank. This is heavily important. Without it, you can't really go scuba diving. You can go snorkeling, but you can't go scuba diving. Because this goes to not just the way you breathe, but to your equipment even. More on that. So next one is the rig or regulator system. You put the air tank, you hook it up to this bulb, and it will allow air to flow to your regulators, your BCD, and your computer and gauges. So the regulators, you'll have two of them. One is going to be called the octo, or octopus, depending on what you want to call it. You breathe air through this one, and you have this one be for your buddy in case he needs it for when his breaks down. You'll use his if yours breaks down. And again, nothing beats the feel of being underwater. Next up, I'm going to talk to you guys about is gauges / computers. Okay, you're automatically going to need one of these at the very least. This is mandatory. It will monitor your air, your depth, and it will tell you what direction you're going. But why do that when you can get a computer which does that and more, like monitor your dive plan? So computers are better. They're getting cheaper. They're extremely nice. I highly recommend it. Okay, next one is the BCD, or buoyancy control device. This will help maintain your buoyancy for whatever depth you want to be at. You want to be at the surface, it will help you. You want to be somewhere in between the surface and the bottom, it will help you, no matter what that in between is. The way it does this is putting air in either manually through your mouth or automatically through your tank, but that takes up oxygen, air space. Second, you add weight, so it helps you sink more. And these weights are easily removable for emergencies where you have to get to the surface quick. Okay, next one. Let's talk about mask. These help you see underwater. That's a bonus clip. Okay, next, snorkels. There are 3 different types. This is mine. It's an open. It has a purge valve. I can blow into it and get water out. This is good for when you're at the surface and you don't want to use up your air, but you want to look down, see what you're about to dive into. I also see a little fish that swim by. It's nice. Okay, next one. Guess dive glove. These are extra. These help protect your hands for when you accidentally touch something, because I'm a novice. I'm not that experienced, so I don't know. I might end up accidentally bumping into something, and I don't want to touch my hands on some fire coral, which is coral that will give you the sensation like your hand's on fire if you touch it by a hand. So don't touch anything in the ecosystem, because you may never know if it's poisonous. And also, leave no trace. Okay, next, the dive light. It helps you see when you're going night diving, or you're going into such a depth that it actually dims the lighting. I guess we're talking about next. The dive buoy. It will help when you're rising up or you're at the surface and you don't see your boat, or you don't know where your boat's at. You can use this to tell the boat, hey, I'm either rising here or I'm over here. Come pick me up. of this stuff is happening on accident. Like, I'm not even purposely doing it in this order. Okay, next one. Dive boots. These are mandatory to help keep your feet comfortable. They're even recommended for when you're doing closed fins, but they're mandatory if you're doing open heel fins. So we'll talk about those next. Like right now. These are my fins. They're open heel. They help you swim because you're actually not going to use your hands while scuba diving for swimming. You just use your feet. So these just help you get more of a kick. Okay, next, wetsuit. This is mine. It's a shorty. There are 4 different types. This is thin, so heat can come out quicker. So I don't like heat up in the thing. Nice for warmer, more tropical waters. I recommend it. Okay, next, little mesh bag. Now, again, leave no trace. If you see a piece of garbage, use this. Pick it up. Put it in here. It helps. It's nice. Next, dive cap. For when it's cold and you want to keep heat in and you want to keep it on your head so you don't want it to escape, you wear this. It's nice. I recommend it. Okay, next, dive slate. Another way to communicate to your friends or to, like, write down your dive plan while underwater. The primary way is through a certain code, but you know, yeah, we're not teaching you that. Next up, the reel. You hook up to your dive buoy, you let it rise up, the boat is alerted, and you use this to guide your way to it. Okay, next up, big mesh bag for your equipment. Lets it help dry out. It's nice. It keeps your gear. It's like an easier way to transport all of it too. I typically use it a lot for more than just letting it air out. Next up, the dive knife. Incredibly useful for when you get tangled up. You want to get your hands on one of this and a totem chip, because I know I'm talking to scouts here. You're gonna get that regardless, so might as well get it for when before you go scuba diving, because you never know when you want to cut fishing line off your leg. That is everything for equipment. Next video will be about communications. See ya!